How you folks doing? Hugo here, and we're here with my man Nacho, and then of course Wally behind the camera. But Nacho, you're visiting us from?
Indianapolis, Indiana.
Indianapolis. That's what, about a good
3-hour drive, I'd say, with no traffic.
3 hours, okay, yeah.
Once you hit here in Gary and traffic's bad, you add another hour.
All right.
Yeah.
So, he gifted us a Montecristo #2 Cuban. I've had these before, and you can't find them all too often. These are great cigars. Appreciate
Special
it.
day.
Thank you.
Special people.
Special for sure.
Uh-huh.
So, we're here to talk about El Catrin. So, we just did an unveil earlier today. You'll see it in the B-roll. But we did the unveil. Hasn't been seen on social media yet. So, by the time we post this, which probably should take about a week, it'll be on social media for the first time. So, talk about the build. Talk about the paint job, or what got you started on. Or you know what? Let's start not on the scheme. Let's talk about what got you started on the build period.
I think
What was your inspiration?
Inspiration, or your guys' fault, I would say. I came out here for El Grito. It was, again, one of those things. It was new for you guys. It was new for a lot of people, and
Yeah.
I was invited to friends of friends and had a blast. And you guys have some good Viclas, and I know that this is what I want. I want to have something like this. So I mean, if you like to ride, we take pride in our motorcycles, right?
Of course.
And most of us, we put in a little elbow grease here and there, and I said, you know what, I want to make sure that I look the par and build myself something.
Man, and now let's go with the color scheme. Let me hand you the bottle, just so everybody knows. See, when you're talking about it, I'll hold it. You talk.
Well, I knew I wanted something cream, something gold, but there's always the other color that has to tie it in. And I know the Vicla world has a lot of reds, a lot of blues, a lot of purples, and we see a lot of those colors. And with the gold and the cream, I was looking for another color. And when El Patron, El Alto came out, and I'm not a big fan of Patron, but this one right here just blew me out of the water. And I saw their bottle, I was like, that's the color that I want.
I'll open it.
And it has that teal color to it, and I'm like, you know what? That cream and gold leaf will look phenomenal, and that's kind of where a little bit of the inspiration came for that color to that teal.
Yeah, it matches.
Almost matches.
Pretty close.
I told you I was gonna try to see if I could incorporate that some way to hold that.
Yeah, you should. And then the bottle is opened because we have our pours here on the floor. And Wally got his shot back there, so we're gonna be drinking and smoking today. But yeah, no, we'll put this back here.
It's got a little complicated box in there. I guess they said this. It's supposed to simulate an agave plant. When you open it and it does the whole leaf thing, that's what it's supposed to do. They say.
Yeah, so we'll put the box over here and the bottle there in the background. But man, it's a beautiful bike. I like the color scheme because it's so different. It is. It really is. You have like I said, the lightness of that cream color, the gold, and then the green. And it's not just like your regular green. It's like a teal, like you said.
Yeah.
So you don't see this color combination too. Well, period. I haven't seen it. So it definitely stands out. While we were riding today, taking B-roll, I seen maybe 2-3 people compliment you on your bike.
Yeah.
So it draws attention. It definitely draws attention. It's a beautiful bike.
I think that's the pride that we all take when we kind of build something. It like I said, I love the fact that they're very similar, but they're not all alike. They all have their different their style, their taste, and I was kind of waiting for mine to be built.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man. No, you did her good. What else? I know we're never done with bikes. Even when they look done, they're never done. What's the next thing for it?
Well, I thought I was going to have it done in time for this show for the pictures, but it was the alligator seat.
Okay.
It's a cream color with the natural tan gator on top.
Okay.
And I mean, it just looks beautiful, but I had to stretch it out and get it to where it fit, and it was not ready for it yet. And it's one of those things where you want it to look perfect, so you don't just want to throw it in there just
Yeah. Seats make a huge difference. A huge difference when it comes to, you know, the overall look of the bike. Nothing against stock seats or whatever, but when you customize a seat and then you got like the, you know, like you said, you had the leather or you said gator, right? So that just draws the attention to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
You know, it just looks that much more custom when the seat is even done. So why El Catrin?
Well, I wanted something that looked stylish and clean, and basically es algo que se mire fancy, and in Spanish, fancy dandy is Catrin.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's what I want, El Catrin. And then obviously sometimes I always joked around to myself saying that a lot of the names sounds like la loteria, El Borracho, this, El Catrin. So I said, like, yeah, you know, that sounds perfect. I'll go.
La Rosa.
La Rosa.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah. And but yeah, I wanted something that it also represent that, because I wanted clean lines, I wanted the gold leaf, I wanted, you know, something like that. So I wanted to embody that fanciness.
Now, let's cheers, Wally, Nacho, for this beautiful build.
Salud. Gracias.
Salud. Salud, Wally. Salute everybody for this build that Nacho made beautiful.
Smooth.
That's smooth and it has like a woody flavor.
Yeah.
That's smooth.
Dangerous, dude.
This is the first time I've tasted this one, but that's nice. What do you do for a living? From my understanding, you're a fireman, correct?
That is true. Yes. I was fortunate enough to get into the fire department early on. I was 21 when I got hired on, and I love it. It's never the same. No matter what day or how many years you've done it, it's always different.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. Now, I know you were saying there's a shortage, too, out in Indy. That there's a shortage of people applying for the fire department, correct?
So what happened is, if you remember back in 2008 when we had the economy that dropped and all that stuff, a lot of guys that were supposed to retire didn't retire, and then they stayed longer than they probably anticipated. So for the longest, they didn't hire much people at all, and then when they all retired, we had all these openings that they had to fill fast.
Okay.
So to that, for me, it's like a lot of us Hispanics don't push our kids to do a lot of public safety jobs, because where we come from, Mexico or any other Latin America, they don't pay them.
Yeah.
So they think that these jobs are not paid, and they don't push their kids to say, oh, corre ser un enfermero, or go be bombero or policía, because they think, oh, you're not going to get paid at all, so why do it? The majority percentage of firefighters in the world are volunteers.
Really?
Yes, it's a high number, and the majority are, you know, you go any other townships or state or cities outside of the big cities, and the majority are volunteers.
Wow.
Chicago, I told you, there's a waiting list.
Yeah. You just said, was it like 5 years, 6 years, or something?
Something like that. That's what they keep saying. It's like,
okay.
So that just tells you that it's very, very competitive to try to get these jobs.
So, back to the bike. How long have you been riding?
Oh man, I've been riding. It was here in Chicago where I learned, and it was probably about 15 years now.
Okay.
Yep, I was a buddy of my dad's, and I said, hey, my dad don't want to let me ride, but show me how.
That's usually how it goes.
How it is.
Parents never want us to ride, exactly, but we still end up doing it.
And I'm not going to lie, I dropped his bike. But he said, listen, anybody that's not willing to take that risk when they're trying to teach somebody, then they're not really wanting to teach you.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to happen. Obviously, like I said, it was not something crazy.
How long have you owned this one?
This one here, 2 years.
2 years. Okay.
2 years. Yeah, that 1 year I got it during the. I always tend to want to buy my bikes or bike parts during the winter.
Okay.
Because nobody rides. It's cheaper. I love
get the best deals.
Hassle. Exactly right. And so bought this early on in the year, and didn't ride it for a while because it was too cold.
Okay.
And then time came around to ride it, and loved being on it and riding it. It's a different animal. Like I said, I had a sports bike and rode sports bike for the longest. But when I started doing this, it's like I don't have to go 100 miles an hour no more. I can take the time to enjoy it and enjoy the ride. Like I said, that's the thing about it that I like about Viclas. It's your personality. It's yourself. Yeah. So you express yourself. Like, for example, your leather seat that you have, really beautiful, really badass. Everybody has something that they want to do with theirs and show that off. And it costs money.
Yeah.
You know.
And you know what? Let's touch on that. I feel like your bike is an extension of oneself. You know what I'm saying? So, like your Catherine, you wanted something like tidy, something clean, something, that hence the name Catherine. And I feel like you identify as that. Like I feel like you're always nicely dressed. You're always, like. I don't know. I feel
it's funny you mentioned that because when my girlfriend and I got together, she's like, "You're the only one that I know that actually irons their clothes and everything."
Do you have a military background or no?
No, I don't actually. I wanted to, but again, coming from Latino family, my dad was like, "No, como que quieres hacer eso?" So because they wouldn't let me do military, police, firefighter was one of the other things that because I wanted to do something, One of the number one questions that they always ask when you want to get in the fire department is, why do you want to be a firefighter? And my biggest thing was, I want to serve my community.
Okay.
I want to help all my people. Like I said, military, never had it, but I do enjoy the firefighting. That's kind of where I took over because I never went to military.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like I learned a lot from you today, and
that's the whole point about, when you do jobs like those, and I was talking to Wally earlier today, it's like the longer you stay, the potential of being or getting hurt is there. To me, my Achilles heel has been my shoulders. Like I've never had any issues, but my shoulders have been the ones I've had rotator cuff surgery, and it's just from wear and tear. No injury, no nothing. It's just but it got to the point to where I'm like, I'd like to ride my handlebars like this. If I get to the point where I can't do it no more, I'm gonna be mad.
What size are those? 16s, 18s?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Carlini. When I started seeing, what they had out there, I knew there had to be Carlinis. When I saw it, it was like...
Risers are Carlini too, right?
Carlinis,
I'm pretty sure they look like it.
Yeah, Presidentials.
Okay.
And I just feel like it just kind of goes hand to hand, the Carlini stuff. Kind of like the fishtail pipes. Everybody, we know that fishtail pipes go on Softails and Road Kings.
Yeah. Oh, and for those that can't see, you'll see in the B-roll, you got the new Cali spokes, correct?
Yes.
The new Cali spokes.
I spoiled myself with those.
Yeah, those are nice. This is the first time I've seen them on a bike here. I've seen them on videos with other people and whatnot, like in California and Texas, but this is the first time I've actually seen Cali spokes in person on a bike. Now, how does your wife feel about you riding?
My girlfriend, she she loves it. That's one of the good things that actually, believe it or not, I got into riding Harleys because of her.
Really?
So I had, like I said, I had my sports bike. I had a Gixxer 1000, and we started dating. I threw her on the bike, and we do what we always do: hit on it hard so that they can grasp on you and be scared. And she did all that, and she goes, "I like it. I want to learn how to ride one too. Why don't we get you a cruiser, something, a little bit more upright?" She got a Sportster, and she was learning all good and everything. And one summer, I said, "Hey, you mind if I run a few errands on the bike?" Took it out, and I said, "You know what? I can do this." And it's because of her. Okay. And she always says, she goes, "See, aren't you happy now that we have Harleys?" And I said, "Yeah, you made me a Harley guy."
She made you a man.
Yeah, exactly right. There it is. She's going to like that when she hears that.
Thank you for making him a man.
Yeah, she's going to send you tamales this Christmas.
I like the green ones. The green ones are my favorite. Man, no. Dude, it's been a pleasure hanging out with you. It's been a pleasure having a cigar with you. Pleasure drinking your favorite drink.
There's my pleasure being here with you guys.
This bottle, you said you got it for your birthday a year ago, correct?
Yes. Yeah, well, last year birthday, yep.
Yeah, so, you've been saving it, and I'm glad you came out here. I'm glad you gave us the opportunity to do the unveil for you. And, we did the unveil here in Illinois. You drove out here 3 hours from Indy, and you came out here. We did the unveil, and we're sitting here now. Smoking a cigar, taking a drink, talking about your build, and that's awesome, man.
I figured it'd be right. I mean,
thank you.
When I come out here, it's you guys who I'm riding with in Indiana or Indianapolis. I don't think I've seen another Vicla out there. So I'm also excited for that.
Yeah, but like talking to El Palillo, talking to Heiser, talking to you, talking to Ace, all of you from Indiana, different parts of Indiana, there ain't really a lot of Viclas out there. No. I'm sure they are, but there's like far and in between, and you guys haven't really done anything that are like showcase together. But this is another step forward. You know what I'm saying? All those people that I named, all four of you guys, have a built Vicla now. You know, Heiser in his area, he's probably the most well-known Vicla style bike in that town.
Yep.
Yours is gonna be in your town now.
Yeah.
So it's like now you're gonna people seeing it on YouTube, seeing it on social media, seeing that you guys are around. It's gonna continue to grow and it's gonna catch like wildfire, man.
Well, let me tell you a little bit of the artist behind this one here, because I feel like when I found my guy Jeremy, he was on Marketplace, and I'm always buying stuff in Marketplace, and I saw he was selling some stuff, and he had a similar kind of paint job, and I was like, this looks like he could do something with what I'm looking for.
Okay.
And I hit him up, and he was busy at that point. He finally hit me back, and then we started talking together, and I said, hey, do you know what a Vicla is? And he goes,
Oh, he didn't know what it
he
was.
didn't know what a Vicla was.
Okay.
Get out of
But
here.
I knew he had the skills, and I said, look, this is what I'm going for. This is what I want. Do you think you can take the project? And he goes, I got you.
Okay.
And I gave him free reins. I just knew the colors that I wanted. I said, this is what I'm looking for. I like this cream. I like this gold. I like this teal. This is the kind of one I'm looking for. And then when I told him, I said, and the name for the bike I want is El Catrin. So I'm pretty sure he Googled it. And he says, are you set on that name? Are you sure you're not going to change it? I said, no, I'm set on that. He goes, I think I have an idea on what's going to work out. I think he did a phenomenal job.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, for being his first Vicla project too, you know, I mean, a lot of people sometimes they don't feel like they want to take something on because they don't want to feel like they let somebody down or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it. He did good, and I told him, I said, now we know, so we keep building the other ones. Now we know what to do.
Okay. Yeah, that's how it starts, man.
Yeah.
And then now that'll be the name for like, man, if anybody likes it, man, who painted in this and that, and then he starts getting business and then
That's a good
more
name.
V-Class.
That's a good name. It's called Cornfed Customs.
Oh, Cornflake Customs?
Cornfed.
Oh, Cornfed, yes.
Cornfed
Yes, I
Customs,
remember
yeah.
him now, actually.
Yep.
He raffled off a helmet.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
That one helmet was, I believe it was red.
Red,
if I'm
yeah.
not mistaken. He
It
did some
matches your
graphics
bike a
on
little.
it.
I remember. I thought
Yeah,
I
it matches
tagged you
my
in that,
bike
yep.
a bit, yeah. I got something for you. I know you're a big cigar guy. I'm big into cigars too.
Really?
And this is a 2000, if I recall correctly, a 2008 Robusto.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So the band is different because it's not the new style. It was the style of band prior to the new band, which the new band I think started in 2012.
2012, okay.
2012 they started with the new band. So then when you got the gold on the top and on the
Yeah.
bottom, so that one's prior. Those were the bands prior to the bands currently that they have now.
You know, I haven't had a legit Cohiba. Thank
So-
you very much. I appreciate it, man. I always carry my little travel humidor for me, just in case. I'll put it in here. Thank you.
But yeah, no, I appreciate everything again. Thank you for considering us and choosing us to do the unveil for you. I hope you're satisfied with with the video.
It's
once
been a pleasure.
done.
It's been a pleasure for me be out here and hang out with you guys. Because like I said, now I feel more happy to come out and ride with you guys and feel like I have my Vicla, my style to represent.
Yeah.
You know, so yes.
All right.
It's
Well,
a
appreciate it. Thank you again, and thanks Wally for being the man behind the camera and being out with us all day and hanging over a truck, taking video, and trying not
At
to
one
fall.
point, I think I almost saw him fall off. I don't know which one of you guys almost like it was like you were trying to grab on.
But yeah, so see you guys in the next one. Wally.